Hi student, I am Dr. Sagar Kumar with having 32 years experience in the teaching, mainly in the botany, including the NEET coaching. Now I am going to discuss in this chapter, new chapter, that is the plant growth and development. In this, what it is, plant growth means growth used to cause for the increasing the size. Development means vegetative phase and flowering phase, different phases used to present in the life cycle of the plant. That is called as development. How the growth and size improvement and the different phases used to come, how it will come, that entire thing will be discussed in this chapter. Now we will see plant growth and development chapter. First he has given some introduction, but in that one also so many neat type of questions will come, that I am going to show you in this video. Now see here, whenever you are observing a plant, the plant used to have different structures: root, stem, leaf, fruit, flower, fruit, and seed. Like that, so many structures used to present. And these structures are sequential, means it is to come one after one. First, after germination, first coming out thing is the radical. Root radical will come out from the micropyle of the seed at the time of germination, and later on plumule will come, it will form the shoot system, and root system will be formed by the radical, and all the things used to happen. So then plumule used to form the leaves, stem, and stem, leaves, and later on after some time it used to produce the flowers followed by the fruit formation. Fruits too, it will give the seeds from the inside the fruits. So all these are the sequential, one upon one, after one, one after one, it is to come. So we used to call it as sequential. And the next will be, whenever you are observing different a plant, a same species of the plant, it used to appear in different phases. What are they? Different stages we can see. They may appear as the first seed, it germinates, and its seedling used to form. And next will be plantlet and matured plant. Here the difficulty is there. Seedling means a small one, seedling, which used to have the cotyledons and hypocotyl, epicotyl, and all the things. Very small plant used to form. Same type of the small plants will be formed by the same plant as the plantlets. Plantlet is nothing, vegetative reproduction, means a sexual reproduction. All the whatever you read in the underground stem modification, those are the tuber, potato, rhizome, comb, bulb, and bulbils in the stem, whatever are there. All these things are will come under plantlet. Remember this one. They are also small one, but they are not having the cotyledons. What is the difference is there? Plantling or seedling and a plantlet. That you remember it. This definitely you can ask in the NEET. And mature plant. What is the mature plant? The plant used to grow and gives the enter into the flowering stage. That is the, if it is entering into the flowering stage phase, that is called as mature plant. So these plants used to, we can observe these type of plants. Seedlings we can see, and the next will be the plantlets you can observe, and the next will be the mature plant in the different we used to call. And the next is, in this one, whatever the organs are present on the plant, some are the seasonal. They will form every year and they will drop. What are they? Leaf, flower, fruits, seedlings, seeds. Means what is this? Leaves used to fall generally every year. That is deciduous, and undeciduous also. To every 2-3 years it used to fall. And at the same time, flowers used to come in particular season. Phototropism, phototrophic. And next will be the plants that they will produce the flowers will give the, after fertilization will give the fruit, and fruits will give the seed. But the thing is, the size will be the limited dimensions. The size of the fruit generally is to present in particular size in a tree, and the leaf size also different. Only it won't differ. Same, almost same size it is to present, and seeds also will be same dimension. It is to maintain the almost. So next will be the plants used to maintain two phases. They are the vegetative phase and the flowering phase. Vegetative phase means now I discussed, that is the up to the plant when it is reaching the mature plant, how we can confirm flowerings come. Up to that one, whatever the phase is, that is the we used to call it a vegetative phase. So vegetative phase followed by the flowering phase. So why the vegetative phase is required? Vegetative phase is nothing. It used to procure whatever the things are required for the flowering. Later on, fruits and seeds formation, some requirements are there, food materials, all the things, so many nutrients, all the things are required. For producing those things, the vegetative phase will be useful. Vegetative phase is the required, that is the, we used to say, that is the vegetative phase precede, means proceeds the flowering stage. Why vegetative stage? Whenever it is procuring all the requirement which are for the needed for the flowering, followed by the fruits and seeds. After that only it will give the fruits. Then we used to call it as mature plant. Why I am telling all these things? These things are very very important for the neat statements he can give. And next, all that cells in the different tissues are what are the plants contains of the different types of the tissues. You know the anatomy, we studied epidermis, cortex, steel, and a simple tissue and complex tissue. So many types are there. So all these tissues, where from where they are arising? After fertilization, zygote is to form. That zygote divide mitotically and sends some cells from the G0 stage in the cell cycle. Those cells will be the elongation period, it will go from there to the, it will go to the differentiation and it will form the tissues. So here the zygote is the main thing which is to give rise all the types of the cells from the zygote only. So zygote, what we are calling, all the cells of different tissues, descendants means progeny, means arise of the zygote. From the zygote single cell only used to give rise entire huge plant also, small plant also. That is the thing. And what they will do, the cells used to form the plant body by differentiation, that we used to call it as a complex body. When different kinds of the structures are present, it is complex body will be formed because of this one. So in this way, the plant used to show the development. The different phases are present, I told, that is the development. So the development, how it will come? Development will come mainly based on two phases which is important for the need. What are they? Development is the sum of two fact the things, that is the growth and differentiation. Growth and differentiation is called as, you can ask the statement or this thing, that is the differentiation, that is the development. Development consists of the growth and differentiation. And what is the first step of the plant life? First step of the plant life is germinating of a seed. A seed used to germinate and forms a seedling when the favorable, in the favorable conditions. What are the favorable conditions? Enough temperature, water, air, all those things you learn already in the earlier classes. When all the things are favorable condition, then only the plant, the seed will germinate and form the seedling. That is the first step. If the favorable conditions are not there, the seed won't germinate and it will be in the sleeping period, which is called as dormancy. Remember it. And this is this type of the development, whatever is there in the plants, it will be governed, means ruled by the two factors. The factors which is the govern the development, you can ask, they are the intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic means here internal character. Internal means what? Genetical. Genetics means each and every metabolic activity will be controlled by a gene. So that already you know. So genes used to control that won't be by internally, it used to come genetically. And extrinsic means here already I told that whatever seed germination, what enough water, temperature, and the next will be the light. All the things will come under extrinsic. These two will be controlled and governs the development. Intrinsic characters and extrinsic characters. This also you can give as the matching. Also you can give Nani. Now we'll see one heading has given growth. Already I discussed the growth. What is the growth? Growth and differentiation is called as we used to call it as development. So here the growth is a fundamental and conspicuous. It is the growth is the fundamental characteristic of the living organism. Growth. So here the growth, whenever we are seeing the fundamental conspicuous, means we can see directly, that is the conspicuous and in the living organism. It is irreversible. Once the growth comes, it won't be reduced, mainly in the plants, because the plants used to have the cell wall. Cell wall cannot be degenerate that much easily. Protoplasm may be degenerate, but the cell wall will be. So the plant size after death also will be almost same size it used to present. And animals means it may be some difference may be there, but I don't know the thing. So here permanent, the what it causes, the growth is reversible and fundamental of the living organisms. And what it will do, the growth whenever it is coming, it is increases the cell and followed by the size of the organism. The plant will be increased by the growth. Growth means what I told, the cells which is to come out from the G0 stage in the cell division, they are the permanent cells. Those permanent cells will be vacuolized, means the vacuole is to form and they will increase its size, very huge size, and then later on it will be converted into the different types of the tissues. That is the growth. So here the thing is increase in the size, and this when how it is possible? It is possible by metabolism. Growth will be how the cell will grow by the metabolism. Metabolism means what? It is the anabolic and catabolic. Anabolic means already by biomolecules studied that macromolecules is to form, which is to participate in the cell organelles and other things, which is to increase the size. And catabolism means energy. Energy also required for all the metabolic activities. So anabolism and catabolism leads the metabolism, the growth of the cell are followed by the plant. Now here one more thing I want to show here. The thing is here you see here two important neat bits are there that I want to show you. What it is? Epicotyle, hypocotyle you studied in the morphology in the seed. Okay? But how it is, what it is, that you don't know. He has shown these things in this diagram. That is, when the means dicot plant, means bean plant you take, whenever it is germinating, radical will come out, I discussed. That radical will produce lateral roots after some extent of the growth. Means from here to here, whatever is there, that is the hypocotyl. And next is the where the embryonal axis. Embryonal axis consists of cotyledons, plumule, and radical. Cotyledons will come out. That is called as epigeal germination. Hypogeal, under the underground only it will germinate and comes out. That is different one. So whenever it is coming out, the embryonal axis, the hypocotyl used to push the embryonal axis on the surface of the land. Here one more connection is there. He used the word apical hook formation, ethylene. It will come later on. Apical hook, what is apical hook? Apical used to protect the embryonal axis which is present inside the cotyledons. So apical hook formation will be done by hypocotyl, which is below the embryonal axis. From here to here it is a hypocotyl. Hypocotyl used to form apical hook. All these are very, very important for it, because he has shown clearly and given the parts marking also he has given. The parts also he mentioned in the diagram, but not mentioned in the theory. But he is having the right to ask, what is this one? Hypocotyl used to form the epicotyl hook or apical hook. Apical hook is formed by the ethylene, and the part of the hypocotyl, what is the hypocotyl? From the embryonal axis to the lateral root formation, whatever the distance is there, that is called as a hypocotyl. And from the embryonal axis, plumule used to develop and it used to increase, and then it used to form the leaves. Up to the first leaves, whatever is coming from the plumule, whatever the distance is there, that is called as epicotyl. Is it clear? Remember it, or otherwise you write it the diagram somewhere, or read it in the textbook. That one I take given. And next, he has given one more diagram. That is, already I told, shoot apex and root apex causes the growth. Shoot primary growth. This is the meristematic tissue which is present in the shoot apex. It is the root apex. This used to divide and forms the new cells. The new cells used to arise from the meristematic cells. Meristematic cells means the cells which are having the dividing capacity. And they used to send some cells from the G0 stage of the cell cycle, and they will be converted into the permanent cells, permanent tissue later on. So they used to send out the cells, permanent cells, towards the proximal side, and they will be converted, they will be differentiated into the different tissues, and in that one vascular, it is to elongate primary growth. And the next thing is lateral growth. Some plants after primary growth, they used to grow width also year to year. If you see is neem plant, this much next year, like that it is to grow. So the growth will be formed by the lateral meristem. Lateral meristem is nothing, it is a vascular cambium, and next is the cork cambium. That also he has given in the textbook. For that only the diagram he has given, and the arrow marks also clearly he has given. So this is also very important for the NEET. Next, come to the point, that is, plants are showing the increase in the size accompanied by the metabolism. Now here one more thing, Plant growth is indeterminate. Already I told plants used to grow complete up to the its last minute depth of the plant. How it is possible? Because of the meristems which are present at different locations, root apex and shoot apex and lateral meristem. They used to divide and give some permanent tissue. Permanent tissues will be joined with the plant formation, different tissue formation. So, so always the cells, new cells are added to the plant. That is called as open type of growth. Growth is open type. Now you will get the doubt, but here it is not necessary. But I will tell animals used to grow at the limited time growth. And growth, if it is like plant, how it will be? One day legs will form, one by this one like that. It used to see, but it is not like that. It is diffuse growth. Animals shows all organs used to form, divide at a time, and embryo will form. Later on, of some extent, it will stop the growth. So limited growth. But here it is the growth is indeterminate, not determinate, not fixed. Determination means fixed. Indeterminate. Determination means fixing. Indeterminate, no fixation. The elongation will be always. Why it is possible? Because of the meristems. Meristems, how it will be the apical meristems and lateral meristems, all the things. Because the chapter is that whatever the subchapter he has removed from the syllabus for you people. So what it is do indeterminate by open type by the meristematic tissue at a different locations. What are the locations? Apical meristem, root apex and shoot apex, and the lateral meristem. And the growth will be the by the lateral meristem. It is to grow that vascular cambium and carcamium. And next is growth is measurable. We can measure the growth. Yes, because growth is the fundamental and conspicuous characteristic of the living organisms, so it can be measurable. But the thing is, in the cellular level or the organ level, means a leaf or something cellular level we can measure, or the organ level or the plant entire organism level we can measure the growth. The thing is here, the protoplasm, the cell contents of the protoplasm used to grow. But the protoplasmic growth measuring is difficult one, because it is very sensitive cell. Measure its thing is it is difficult. So partial method which can say the total growth we used to follow. That partial method means organ level or cell total cell number increase, surface area increasing, like that he has given, which are more important for the matching or the for the objective type of the questions. Now if you see, protoplasmic measure is difficult, so partial methods we used to say take, that is quantitative base partial method. Here fresh weight and dry weight first he has given. What is the fresh weight and dry weight? What it indicates, you will ask. What you will say? Organic compound which is formed during the time can be measured by fresh weight and dry weight. You take a plant, small plant, and cut the some seedlings, so many are there, so many plants are there. You take 100 grams of the fresh material, measure it, dry it, then dry weight will come. Next, in the same bit, you take 100 grams of material and next dry it, then you will get the dry weight. The dry weight which is different from the 10 days back to today, that is deposited during this time. Means the fresh weight and dry weight used to indicate the compound, the organic compound which is prepared by the but particular plant. This is important. And next, length. Length of the cell will increase. Length of the cell will be increased. Where example already studied in the Previous also pollen tube. When the pollen grain pollinated and reaches on the stigma, then it will germinate and pollen vegetative cell and generative cell used to present in the pollen grain. Vegetative cell used to form the pollen tube. This pollen tube used to enter into the style and it will travel up to the ovary and in the ovule it will reach. So in the style length will be generally more. During and to that one, the vegetative cell used to increase that what is the pollen tube that is increasing or not. That is the pollen tube measure we can do. You may ask one question, whatever this small size or something like that. But one thing is remember it. Whatever in the corn whenever we are eating corn, we used to remove all whatever the covers are there on that one. Then hair like silky hair like structures used to come. They are nothing style only. Means longest style is present in the maize. That much length the pollen tube has to travel. We can measure it or not. So yes, vegetative cell can grow its length to travel through the style. So pollen tube measurement. And the next area, whenever the plumule is giving out the new leaves, the leaf size may be very small. Later on, this leaf size will become this much. Means the leaf is very thin one. So it used to increase its surface area. We can measure it. In the initial 10 day one today we can draw its size on the graph paper. After 2 days again, after 4 days we again like that. If you see the how much it is growth is coming, so surface area measure we can see the growth in terms of the in the leaf volume. The size of the cell will increase its volume. The cell will be increase its volume. Means whatever the watermelon this much size starting, that won't give the mitotic divisions and forms new cells. The size of the cells will be increased. How many times? 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs times it will increase. 3 lakhs and 50,000 times the cell will increase and this much fruit will become this much. So the watermelon is the example he has given. This is also important for the NEET. And the next number of the cells. They used to produce new cells through G0 stage, I told. The cell number, whatever is produced from each, the root tip of the maize he has given. Maize is having which type of fibrous root system? So many roots are there. One root tip, if we measure, if we count the cells, 1 hour it used to produce 7,500 per hour it used to produce. 7,500 cells will come out per hour from a maize root tip. So these 5 whatever he has given most important. But some people are telling, in the videos also I saw, only the questions are asking in the whatever the hormones, white hormones. But don't expect like that. In this one also so many bits I shown. These all the things. Please see this one and note the things what are present in this one, and it will be useful whenever he asks some neat question. Then they will run all the people, oh, learning that one. Not like that. First we have to learn it, even though then only you can succeed in the NEET. Not only NEET, any subject development also will come from with that only. Now the thing is, I explained this up to here. Later on, up to the growth hormones, I will do that video within 2 days. That also will come next. Growth hormones, one more video. Total 3 videos I am going to do make on the plant growth and development. I hope I explained nicely. I think that you will decide it. If you also feel, please give like mark And if you want to see all my videos, whatever I am going to do, and the previous videos also, please subscribe the channel. Because of the subscription of the channel is most important for the YouTube. If you really likes, your duty is, if you like give the like mark. And if you want to see all the videos, my explanation will be like this only for all the types. Now I completed photosynthesis and respiration. Up to those two chapters are over. Now I entered the last chapter in the plant physiology, that is the plant growth and development. In that one, first I taken how many neat bits I shown in this one. This is the important to see the thing, the subject in the concept orientation, and how it will be asked, twisted in the neat. So please subscribe the channel, and if you like the, give the like mark also. And within 2 days I will give one more video. Then after completing this chapter, I will start the principles of the inheritance. After principles of inheritance, 4 videos will come, I think. Then molecular basis of inheritance. Then biotechnology. Why I chosen these topics? Generally, the students used to feel very hard about these topics. Plant physiology is difficult. Principles of inheritance is difficult. My molecular based evidence is very very difficult. And next, whatever the biotechnology is difficult. Now, first I want to see my students who are following my videos. They must get confidence by getting some proper information. Then only all the other topics also I will cover it within 3 months. So follow those things by subscribing to my channel. I will make that minimum 2 to 3 videos per week. One chapter will be taken 1 week or 2 days, like that. It will about 10 days, like that. I will complete it. So please subscribe the channel. Bye.